Autumn carpets the hillsides, the multi-hued canopy marking the seasonal change of millennia. Ancient original forests sweeping across the Carpathian Mountains in Eastern Europe. If the Amazon rainforest is the lungs of the world, then the forests of the Carpathian Mountains are the lungs of Europe. They suck the CO2 out of the atmosphere and put oxygen back into it. They regulate the water system. There's a vast, vast array of life here. In fact, the forests of the world are the most biodiverse ecosystems on the planet. But in this once pristine environment, life is being squeezed out by the so-called timber mafia. Trees are being extracted illegally on an unprecedented scale by criminal gangs, and the locals who fight against it pay the price. Beatings are frequent, but people are murdered too. 6 forest rangers have been killed in the last few years, leading to recent protests in the capital, Bucharest. Forester Horia Petrus mimics the call of a red stag. He tells me there used to be 50 or 60 in this area alone. But now it seems there are none. And this is why. This area was illegally logged 10 years ago, and it ripped apart the ecosystem.
You can see this kind of devastation from the moon. On the satellite maps, you can see everything. It's impossible to believe that they didn't know. They know, and they encourage, and they took a lot of money.
Horia says it's clear who's to blame.
The politicians.
We spoke to the government, and they told us
combating illegal logging is one of the priorities of Romania. It's a continuous action, and we've already seen results.
For the people who live in the mountains, it's terrible.
For
hundreds of years we have managed the forest in a sustainable way. We take a small amount of wood for building and fire. It's very annoying that strangers come here from other countries and take away our way of life. I'm frightened of the people who steal the wood. I feel my family is in danger because this is a mob-like organization.
The scale of loss is staggering. Romania loses up to 9 hectares of forest per hour to illegal logging. That contributes to the huge amount of forests lost globally. In fact, between 1990 and 2016, the world lost 1.3 million square kilometers of forest, an area larger than South Africa. And in 2020, tropical forest loss around the world equaled the size of the Netherlands. Since humans started cutting down forests, 46% of trees have been felled. Around the world, 2020 was meant to be a landmark year in the fight against deforestation, a year by which many countries had pledged to halve or completely stop forest loss. But in fact, the plundering has increased. Here in Romania, it's not too late yet. But if not now, when?